Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account. We have a massive new code that is up, guys. That is right. They are giving us Stargazer cards out of this code, as well as getting 60 superb elite hero stones, and of course 10 faction scrolls. Now, even though we can't get the faction scrolls with the awakened heroes, it is really cool to see that they are giving us additional Stargazer cards. With everything else that is going on right now, guys, there is an incredible amount of loot with the events that are going on, getting ready for Taylene, the Wishfinder, even looking at the events now. The Beast Entrance, we're waiting to make this a little bit easier. Isle of Gold is up, which of course is going to give you a ton of resources, as well as the Temple Rift, guys. I actually pushed till about 343, guys. Still making a lot of progression in here within the Temple Rift. Make sure that you're pushing this as much as you can. Then, of course, the Grand Hunt, guys. We have one more day on the Grand Hunt to get some more loot out of there. In addition, the Misty Valley is up, guys. The Glorious Dawn, the new Voyage of Wonder is up. The Bountiful Trials of Belinda. Ton of stuff in here. Absolutely amazing amount of stuff in here to pull some additional loot out of. Now, in today's video, I'm going to go through and I'm going to make our progression within the campaign, guys. 45-23, and if you look, it is getting a lot busier in 45. So as we continue to go through here, now overall within the campaign, the loot isn't too big. They really need to revamp, really need to look at some of this loot. But overall, guys, it is still additional loot. That is one of the big things that I really want to stress. Now, overall, I have been struggling a ton going through the tower. So actually making progression within the towers. It's been really short-lived. It's been one or two stages kind of at a time to get through that tower. It's been difficult. It has been an absolute struggle to get through there. Now this one, guys, again, most of the campaign stages, it is just a lot of RNG, guys. Once we can get Lucretia to work, just like that, the RNG factor goes pretty quick. Once we can get it to work, 36.05 billion damage right there, which brings us to the boss stage. This is what we are looking to do. We know, I believe Mickey's a little bit further. I believe Trish is a little bit further. Sonorez still pushing it in here. We've been following his formations and his comps for a while now. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to auto battle. I'm going to let these win. Coming through here again, it is just going to take a little bit of time. Now, overall, this comp, kind of a unique comp with the crowd control. So we're actually picking up some damage amplification from Leonardo and his ultimate ability. And then, of course, Scarlet, guys, the damage Scarlet does is just broken. That is one of the big reasons. And I'm happy to see her being utilized within the campaign. A lot of times we didn't see her used. We actually seen her just kind of nullified in the campaign, or there wasn't a lot of utility cases in there. Then, of course, guys, it is the Thorn Cheese. This, again, is just probably one of the biggest RNG factors within AFK Arena, being the Thorn Cheese. And of course, I have Zaf built up a little bit. We have Hodgkin in here kind of as a buffer. You can see he even dropped his flag right there in the middle. But everybody is stacked in here, guys. And there we go. Just like that, guys. Thorn Cheese working as intended. I know a lot of players say, you know, the Thorn Cheese, they can still never get it to work. It is very specific. I cannot stress that enough, guys. The Thorn Cheese is very specific in the formations that it works. Similar to the Charmazard comp, the Mahira comp, this is very specific in the teams that it works with. And you can see, guys, as we continue to gain levels in here, the campaign gets a lot easier. Not only with the dynamic campaign, meaning that as players move further through the campaign, it does get easier. The levels are fundamentally just lowered as the dynamic campaign continues. And there we go, guys. Lucretia gets that one done very easy in that stage. And then, of course, Brutus. Guys, the big awakened version of Brutus. Guys, between him and Kren and Mishka being in a combination together, the crowd control in this game is really what wins. When you look at formations, when you look at builds, 45-24, like I was saying, the crowd controls are what wins, guys. But look, almost 21 billion damage right there. Thorn Cheese, of course, doing almost, what, 29, almost 30 billion damage. And here, Zolrath, guys. Zolrath, I do want to build up a little bit further. He is a hero that the further you build Zolrath, the better he performs. It's literally night and day as you continue to build him. Lucretia in here, almost 22 billion. Then Krennin here, guys, still doing the job. 30 billion damage to go ahead and complete that boss stage. And again, we're just going to keep pushing through here. I want to get to at least the next boss stage. And this is another formation, guys, pretty interesting. The combination of Leonardo and of Raku in here. Again, double crowd control for both of those. Raku, not only does Leonardo provide crowd control, but Raku will actually amplify his damage off of the crowd control that Leonardo produces. And then, of course, same with Scarlet. Scarlet's damage amplification is going to go through the roof as soon as Leonardo provides crowd control, doing almost 25 billion damage right there, guys. Which is very, very cool to see. Let's see what Mickey's running. Oh, the exact same, except Solus. The Awakened version of Solus is in here, guys. The Awakened heroes, we have a majority of them built out at this point, which is good. Scarlet went down, which means this is probably going to be a defeat. Still could get the Awakened version of Solus to put out enough damage, but we'll have to see consistently. And look how long she ults for, guys. That's one of the reasons I absolutely love Solus, guys. 12 billion damage. Her ult goes for an incredible amount of time. You literally just seen her right there, ulting nonstop the whole time. Zorath, of course, this one going to have the delay coming in, which means, of course, we're going to have some more energy generation, going to allow Scarlet to ult a little bit faster. Look at it, guys. It just literally rains death down on these targets like it's nothing. That is very, very cool. 20 billion damage there, which brings us again to our next boss stage, 4528, guys. Now, within here, there's a couple things that I've also been doing, just saving resources, really. But looking down here, guys, I just hit enough engraving mats for the plus 30. I just hit enough engraving mats with the cores to hit a plus 60, which means, remember, guys, there's two heroes we're building out right now. One is the Awakened version of Taylene, so we need to add a star on her. Then we can do the 30 and the 60 engraving, fully unlocking everything she has. In addition, guys, Kanisa and Rook, we need 2 more copies, and we'll actually be able to build him up a little bit further with hopefully a little bit of the engraving when we get some mats out of there. But now the question differs. Do we start building the Awakened version of Baden? Do we start building the Awakened version of Belinda? So we do have 2 really solid choices with the Awakened heroes right there. And then do we go into building out Vithiel? I haven't had any copies of Vithiel as of right now, but are we going to start building out the Chad as the next hero that is coming within AFK Arena? We know all of those heroes have a high utility, guys. We're seeing them used in a bunch of different game modes, which makes me think it's going to have to be pretty soon, guys, when we start building out these other heroes. But we also don't know who is on the horizon. Now, Dali, of course, talking about the next hero that is coming, we don't know exactly who that's going to be, who's going to be on the horizon for our next hero, which again is going to be interesting to see. An infant was once abandoned in the forest, but it's nowhere to be found when people went searching for it. I wonder how the child is doing after all these years. A lot of players are saying with the forest reference, it is going to be a new Wilder hero, but we're going to have to see exactly what that is. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Enjoy the new code, and as always, thank you guys for watching.